When you own a cleaning company, there are lots of things that can make your client unhappy. For instance, your cleaner didn't show up, the garbage wasn't taken out, something's broken, and the list goes on. How you deal with these issues and your client will either save you a lot of money or cost you the contract. Let's unpack that. My name is Michael Brown, and I'm the founder of Swept Software and former janitorial business owner. And in this video, I'm going to share how I successfully manage client relationships. First off, cleaning businesses are logistical nightmares. Your team works remotely at night. There are language barriers, low pay, high turnover. It isn't easy. But making excuses won't fix any of that. And for me, the feeling of making a mistake and upsetting my customer is awful. I remember getting a phone call one day from a client to cancel their contract. They had this huge list of all the things that went wrong, and I didn't know about any of them. Up to that point, I assumed that clients would reach out when things were going wrong. Now, some clients will, but most people are just too busy and they don't have time to run your cleaning company for you, right? So they only reach out after a number of things have gone wrong and your contract is at risk. We have another video that helps you prevent a lot of these issues by using Swept, but for this video, we're going to look at the best practices to get your customers back on your good side. There are 4 key points. Number 1, when a customer calls with a complaint, you must listen and not make excuses. This may sound really easy, but as a business owner, especially in this industry, we're conditioned to take a problem and immediately fix it. This may make things worse, because if you don't fully understand a problem, you're likely to try to fix the wrong thing. Also, sometimes customers care more about actually being heard than they do about you fixing what went wrong. So when you go into this rapid fire mode for finding solutions, it can sometimes pull you into this area where you start making excuses, and that's going to frustrate the client. So number 1 is just listen. Number 2 is repeating what they said to verify you actually understand. So for example, you may say, I want to repeat this back just to ensure I have all the information correct. We've been forgetting to take out the garbages a few times a month and leaving the bags in the lobby. So in the morning, we're creating more work for your employees when they show up. And when things like this happen, you start to doubt the overall quality of our services. Did I get that right? Now at this point, they're either going to tell you that you're correct, or they're going to tell you that there's more information, more things that you need to understand, which is actually quite helpful for getting you both on the same page. Then you empathize with them and say, thank you for sharing that. That sounds really frustrating to your team, and quite honestly, it's not fair. I'm going to get to the bottom of this immediately. When you follow this process and you believe it, you'll sound more and more genuine, and that builds trust because you actually do care. So number 3, now that you fully understand the problem and your customer is put at ease and they feel heard, it's time to actually find a solution. Depending on the issue you're dealing with, you may have a solution to share on that call, or you might ask for some more time to talk to your team and create a plan. But let me be clear, you do not need to have all the answers. You just need to show that you're taking ownership and willing to take action. When finding a solution, you need to figure out what things went wrong and what you will do about it. Equally important is you need to ensure that if something goes wrong again, that you can find out before your client. When things go wrong, you want to be the first to know. Number 4, where it all comes together, is the follow-up. Either an email or a call could be appropriate, depends on the size of the issue and really the preference your client has for how you communicate with them. The message is largely the same. It's a thank you for bringing this to my attention. Then you're going to want to share what took place. For example, I discovered that my cleaner wasn't taking the garbage out after dark because they were scared. They didn't feel safe. Then you take ownership and share the next steps. We've created a new process to take the garbage out first thing when the employees arrive. And then you close it off by building trust. This is something that will positively impact the entire team and all of our contracts. So I want to thank you for allowing us to learn from this. If you can figure out what went wrong, create a communication loop like that, you're actually going to build trust with your customer. Remember, they chose your company. So when you show up as a leader, it reflects well on them. It makes them feel like they made the right decision when hiring you. So to recap, the 4 steps in dealing with unhappy customers is 1, listen and do not make excuses. 2, repeat back what they said so that they feel heard and that you can verify the issue. Number 3 is find a solution. 4, follow up and build trust. When I reflect on this, maybe the most important takeaway is that you can't fight fires like this all the time and keep growing your business. The best leaders use a strategy like this for dealing with unhappy clients, but they also have a system in place to identify issues before they become customer problems. In fact, it's why Swept Software exists. You should check it out. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel to learn more ways to grow your revenue and become a better managed cleaning company.